This video is a complaint. It is not virtue signaling. Today has made me remember how little virtue I have because this disease is getting to me. More deaths are racking up, and the disease has me on a severe lockdown where I can't go out and shop. And it's not about I don't want to have to wear a mask. I'll wear a mask. I would love to wear a mask. I can't do anything because of the place that I live in. I can't go upstairs and go to a vending machine without breaking the rules. Now, breaking the rules doesn't mean anything. I probably won't be evicted, but I was evicted from my last home that was like this, and I didn't anticipate that. So I'm frustrated, and I want to kill, and that's inappropriate. And that's why I'm saying it's not virtue signaling. I'm not virtuous. Do not emulate me, except when you're counting or singing an alpha song. That's pretty much all I have to give the world. And I think that's one of the reasons that I'm so frustrated right now. I have no career. I have no real input as to how much money I can make in a given week. I have a surplus, which means I'm able to have a substantial amount to me, but I'm not rich, so I can't accomplish the kind of goals that I want to accomplish. For instance, I would straight up hire a programmer for my program ideas if I had that kind of organization behind it, but I'm not organized. And so I'm there just feeling violent, feeling stupid, just punching you in the face over and over and over. And you is the royal you. I want to punch people that are harmless, that only mean good. And I'm so angry that I want to throttle them if they annoy me. I'm bad. I just can't escape that truth. And so I want to talk about what COVID could mean for us, because I think everyone in the face of quarantine can become bad. We can get frustrated enough to have pent-up rage and lash out because of the quarantine. And we see it with the right wing, where I'm not going to wear a mask and my rights are more important than your life. But we also see it with the left wing, where they're just oh, can you believe that they did this? Yeah, whereas this is a totally harmless thing that you never would complain about outside of this pandemic. But you're so much better than somebody that does it. Everybody has that pent-up rage and lashes out once they're pushed to their limit. And for me, it will never go school shooting. And I have a term, but it's an offensive term for that. So I'm not even going to share it. But what has happened to me is I have been impotized. That's the term I'll use. I have no power. So I can't use that power for evil ways. But there's something deeper, I'm programmed at a deep level not to. And that is a lasting program. What does any of it matter though? I'm hitting my head against the wall. Why can't I get over this number system in the alpha song so I can do something interesting? I'm bored of it. I'm bored of pushing my number system on people that should have mastered it by now, that have known me for months, for years even, and they haven't mastered the number system. They don't even know that God doesn't exist, some of them. I don't want to know anyone but the youngest of babies so that I can do nothing but finish my task of education for mankind. That's how I feel. It's so weird. I don't know how to express it, except, again, not virtue signaling, but we are better than this virus. And so if you're feeling frustrated, I'm there with you. And I want there to be a virus at all times, because then we have a common purpose and a common goal. And the virus that I'm describing is stupidity. There is stupidity everywhere at all times. AI has not fixed the stupidity of this wall, or even the stupidity of this drawing. Some puma with blue eyes, yellow puma, yeah, right, and he's just stuck there next to the water. I don't believe any of it. These fucking things aren't even flowers. There's nothing valuable about any of that. And yet, we coexist with it at peace. So how dumb are we? I could be branding myself while we speak, but I'm not, because I don't have it together to do that. But that's just, the layers of stupidity are profound. There is a thick, deep, everywhere stupidity. Believe me. So that kills. That makes people violent. That makes people do stupid things. I just went out to go and get something. I forgot my mask and I forgot the money that I wanted to use, just because I was frustrated and lashing out. Then I get to do that thing, and that thing is just buying fatty foods. Like, that was my end result of all that frustration. How disappointing is that? It's not even a healthy outcome for me. It's nothing. It's bad. It's the opposite of where I want to be going. Why? Because I have control over my body, right? I don't feel that. I don't feel like we, the royal we, you, I, or society, has control over this body. I think of this as a multiple solutions robot, an MSR, and it's capable of so profoundly little, and I hate it. I hate myself every second of every waking day. And that's what amazes people like Adam Lohr, who looks up to me. I love Adam Lohr with my whole heart, because he's like, dude, you're okay. And that's such a nice thing to say when I'm feeling un-okay. And it's so much better than the Rick Rudes of the world, who's so appropriately named and so condescending. Who are you? That hatred is such a big part of my life and who I am. And that hatred, if I have a one-word opponent, it's stupidity. And it is the illness that keeps on sickening. And it never goes away, and it never will. And it will be constant and with us our whole lives. No matter how good you do something, there's probably a smarter way to do it. And you've probably screwed up by doing it the way you did it. Doesn't that anger you? Doesn't that make you, isn't that even more powerful than being hateful towards a virus? A virus does nothing for anyone. All it does is kill and sicken. Nothing valuable. But stupidity does it all and gets cherished and celebrated and becomes infectious of other people's worthless brains. And we all become pawns to this giant minion of evil, which is just dumb. D-U-M-B. What is the B? Dumb? What the hell is that doing there? What a worthless addition is our being to the cosmos. And yet we're the best thing around. Isn't that distressing to you? Don't you feel common cause with me? Don't you want to grab somebody and say 77 is Sven right into their big dumb face?